G'day everybody, Sam Marwood here from Cultivate Farms. Welcome to Cultivate Farms Cultivate Farms TV, episode 74. We're taking you behind the scenes of everything we're doing to make it possible for you to own a farm. Got some gold today. I'm going to give an update, a weekly update, just a lot of things that are happening, just quick updates on that. Retiring farmers are using our system to load their farm and why you should care as an aspiring farmer about that. Opening your eyes to farm opportunities all around you, some ideas on that. Are you going to die waiting for your farm to be given to you? This is a message to people, aspiring farmers who are looking to inherit a farm. Aspiring farmers should set up a board, a farm ownership advisory board, and farm ownership opportunities. All that gold is coming to you right now. So as we do every week, we talk about number of members. We're nearly up to 800, 795. That's 5 more members since last week. Thank you very much to those people who have signed up. We love you. We want more. We are greedy for more people. We are soon to offer another advantage to premium members. So paid up members will get a discount to RCS courses. We'll announce that next week. You also get Mercado market analysis, membership valued at $300 a year. So for $150, you get way more than $150 worth of value. Plus you work through a farm ownership plan with us. Sign up. You don't have to pay as well. There's a free membership, and I'll outline why you should be a free member as well. For 10 minutes of your time, it could get you onto your farm. So a weekly update. Freeland Pork, we're the first farm we matched with an investor. We sit on the board, I guess, as I wonder what the technical name is, but we're advisors, I guess, helping that a relationship run smoothly and help to troubleshoot and just make sure things are up to scratch with the farm operation. So this occurs every month. We do it via phone. We catch up in person probably every 6 months is the plan. And this is between Mark and Claire Coates, the investor, and myself are the main makeup. So just letting you know, these things happen in the background. A lot of the focus, so Claire and Mark do a monthly report, a written report, and finances, but a lot of the focus is on troubleshooting and finding any problems that we as a team can collectively help to solve and cultivate with our networks and ideas and how we can help them, and the investor the same thing as well. Main focus at the moment, just to give you some examples, are working through the price of feed and also foxes, how you can find some cool solutions to both of those, which we're working on. Again, I love being a part of it. We are matching an investor with farmers today. There is a aspiring farmers, a couple of them, who we are matching with an investor. They're going to catch up and get to know each other and see if there's a partnership there, but that is very exciting. Can't give you any more details than that. Hopefully in a few months' time, I'll outline how that relationship has grown and how, hopefully, that's led to a farm for those aspiring farmers. We have a newsletter. If you aren't part of the newsletter, please do sign up. I think it's one of the best newsletters, or the best newsletter in the ag industry, apart from Mercado and probably Progressive Ag, Andrew Baum. But other than that, we think it's the best. We've got a marketing communications team in Eunice and Giroux, and they do amazing work for us and for you to get this information out. So please do sign up. Scroll to the bottom of the website if you want to sign up to the newsletter. Definitely worth it. I always love getting the newsletters. A bit biased. Tim Hicks finished his RCS grazing for profit course last week. He loved it. Lots of gold he got out of that, and he's implementing that on his properties with Tegan. We are going to do a little interview hopefully next week, just to unpack what he learnt and also unveil more about our partnership with RCS. Tegan Hicks, who's also co-founder with Tim and his Tim's wife, we catch up weekly. Just want to let you know what we do is back-end discussions around the business of Cultivate Farms, budgets, finances, looking at legal issues, short-term strategy and long-term strategy, all the stuff that every business and you guys are doing as well. But just letting you know, Tegan and I are constantly in discussion and scheming and texting and phone calls about all of that. But that's the stuff that I guess we're doing in the background to make sure we're going to be here for the long term to support you onto your farm. And the last weekly update, and I'll do more info on this one later, but we helped find a farmer for the farm in Byron Bay. I think most of you would know about the farm. It's got a very strong social media following, and they do awesome stuff there. The focus is on showing people, connecting people to agriculture. It's a cafe, a restaurant, and I've been there once, maybe twice. Definitely once. up on Byron Bay, and so pumped to be helping those guys. And Ryan, the CEO there, we've been in discussions over the last few months around finding a farmer. Found a great match. We'll give you more details soon. Retiring farmers are using our system to load their farm. So a few months ago, we updated our website so that it's more of a marketplace. So people can log on there and create their own, you as an aspiring farmer can create your own profile, but retiring farmers too can log in and load up their own farm, which we hope will speed up the process. So we have had 10 farmers do that very thing recently. Some of those have gone live and others are still in the editing and refinement phase, and also just helping those farmers think through what they really want for their farm. So it takes a little while, but we're very proud, I guess, that this system is working and making it easy for farmers to load up their opportunities. A key step, once you've loaded up, these retiring farmers load up their opportunity, we then catch up so the opportunity doesn't go live, it sits there, and we organise a phone hookup with the farmer to really unpack what it is they want for the farm, help adjust it, but also at the same time send them a database dump of our farmers that match their farm criteria, which our farmers love to go through. So they sit there with a glass of wine and just scroll through and look at your face and look at your profile to see the sort of farmers that are available for them. A lot of the times we don't promote the farm publicly because we're able to find a few matches for them to chase up with, which a lot of farmers are finding a great thing to do. So they don't want to go too public with their opportunities, and we try and match them up in the background. So this is an encouragement to any aspiring farmer out there. If you haven't got a free profile, at the very least, we encourage you to, because that could be the single most easiest, simplest 10 minutes of your life, which could lead to a farm ownership opportunity where a retiring farmer scrolls through, looks at your profile and says, they're a ripper, I want to contact them, and you hook up and you organise some sort of farm ownership transition arrangement. That is our goal. It is happening already. So please, I encourage you, sign up. Fill in your profile fully as well. Make sure you've got all your farm preferences there and a bit of a description of yourself. It does really help to help you stand out when a farmer is looking. Opening your eyes to farm opportunities all around you. This, I guess, is a bit of a message from the lessons we've had from aspiring farmers we're talking to, and just our own journey in finding farm ownership opportunities. The biggest barrier for aspiring farmers into farm ownership is your mental state, is what is going on in your brain to get you pumped up to find your farm. Most people think I need to be a millionaire to own a farm. We're saying no, that's not the issue anymore. It's about how much you want this, and it's about how much you are hustling and finding farm ownership opportunities through relationships. And once you get that, we're finding people that switches something in people's brains and they start looking at opportunities completely differently. And every day they're scheming around opportunities. And this is what we want you as an aspiring farmer to get to the point of saying, all right, I want to own a farm. I'm never going to be a multimillionaire in the job I've got at the moment, or working on this farm, or whatever you're doing. All right, so now I want to own a farm. What do I do? And it's, you need to build relationships with the retiring farmers and potential investors. And then you need to work backwards from any connections or leads or ideas that come to you to figure out how you can get yourself in front of those people who could co-own a farm with you. So you start seeing opportunities differently. You start working backwards from an opportunity. You might hear of a farmer who has a lease and you figure out, how do I put myself in front of them? You might see a farmer's fence is down on a property that you really love, and you think, well, maybe I'll go help put that fence up. You might meet someone at a dinner party who knows the farming community really well. And so you start pitching yourself and say why you could help solve a lot of problems for those farmers that this person knows. You can start understanding who is investing into property in your region, in your town, like who's purchased the local hardware store or the bank or the building the bank exists in. Start thinking and finding connections to figure out whether this investor might be interested or already investing into farmland. And figuring out, well, if they do, if they don't, I'm going to try to find a way to get in front of them and pitch my farm ownership and put my case forward. You start researching vendor finance, you start researching equity arrangements, you're consuming every piece of content that Cultivate Farms has on our YouTube and blog. You have a big list of ideas, and this barrier starts falling away in your mindset because you start seeing all the opportunities that are out there. And that's what we want for you, is to open your eyes that there are hundreds of opportunities out there. Only 1% or 2% of them might come off, but unless you're trying and putting yourself out there, it's going to be hard for you to get on your farm. So please think about things differently. Remove that barrier, which is your mental state around ownership. It is possible. Now start working backwards and finding deals yourself. Are you going to die waiting for your family farm to be handed to you? This might be a bit controversial, but I've been thinking about this a lot. There was one presentation I did a few months ago where aspiring farmer talked about being one of 6 kids and going to inherit the farm, and they're waiting for the farm. And my response to them was, don't just have a single mindset that that farm is your farm. I hate the idea. Life is too short. I hate the idea that you sit around hoping that you're sitting around hoping that this farm is going to be given to you, and it's been said it's going to be given to you. 10 years goes by, 20 years goes by, 30 years go by, and people have heard all these stories. I've heard the stories. You've probably got your own stories of aspiring farmers waiting and waiting and waiting to get the farm, and their best years are gone, and their passion is gone by the time the farm is going to be handed to them, let alone all the complications around your brothers and sisters wanting some part of that farm as well. So inheriting is a fantastic thing, and if you have that opportunity, that is amazing, and it's the backbone of regional Australia and farming community in Australia. But we just want to the best for aspiring farmers and the next generation of farmers in Australia. So please do not hang your hat solely on the opportunity of inheriting your family farm. Think about things as though you are an aspiring farmer without the chance of inheriting. And again, these concepts of opportunities completely broaden for you, and you have backup plans in case it does take a long time for you to inherit the farm. So please do think about this. Don't put all your farm ownership dreams into one basket. Make sure you've got a handful of options. You should be using your time to build relationships, for example, with neighbouring farmers, and see if you can go work for them, build your skills with them, or farmers that you know of that are amazing, and build your knowledge and build your networks that way. Because that farmer may even want to back you, but because you're working on the neighbouring farm, they know you, know your family. It's an easy in to get onto those farms. But who knows whether they'd be willing to back you onto their farm. But if you've got that mindset that, hey, maybe I'm not going to get my family farm, then those opportunities will be more likely to come to you, or you can think about them more thoroughly. You could think about equity as something that you have in that farm that you'll be inheriting rather than the farm itself. So how could you leverage that to be able to get yourself onto another farm somewhere else that you really want? Think about whether you'd cut ties completely from your farm ownership opportunity, and think about independently, or think about your own farm ownership pathway independently of that farm. And this could be a really freeing thought that you've got. You are just like every other aspiring farmer out there who doesn't have that luck of inheriting the farm. And you can again start scheming and start thinking about what other ways can I get onto my farm. And that can be a really positive mindset. And at least you know that at the very worst, you're going to inherit a farm somehow. But during the journey of waiting, you could unlock some amazing opportunities that are just as good, if not better, than what could be coming to you through inheritance. So just something for people to think about. Again, we love inheritance of farms. It's an amazing thing. And if that's available to you, that's brilliant. But please don't sit around waiting for something you probably don't have too much control over, i.e. timing of when that transition might happen. Aspiring farmers should set up a farm ownership board. This is a great idea. Just like many of our ideas, it's a ripper. Many farms, businesses everywhere have boards established, and they're usually, in a farming context, usually the farming family, maybe an agriculture advisor, and anyone that they trust as a competent business person. And hearing these arrangements are being set up more and more and more. And we've been thinking, well, why are these just for farms that have been established? Why can't our aspiring farmers set up a farm ownership board to help you on your pathway to ownership, plus multiply the networks you have in your industry, in your community, to potential farm ownership opportunities? We think it's a ripper. So just because you don't have a farm doesn't mean you can't set up a board. It's going to keep you motivated to achieve your dream, keep you accountable to chase your dream, because you're going to be reporting back to these board members. You're going to get advice on business from people who have gone through it and are going through it. It's going to open doors to their networks, and it's going to, I think this is the biggest one, impress retiring farmers and investors or others who want to connect you, because they'll be able to go, this person already has a board established and they've had it for 2 years to get them onto their farm ownership pathway. That's impressive, and that could really open doors for you as well. So how could it work? There's just some ideas, but pick 4 people in the farming and business community that you trust and you know, or you could connect with. and simply ask them to be on the board. I think they'll be surprised. We haven't heard of anyone doing this, and why wouldn't they say yes? Who doesn't love being asked for advice and feel good that people want to know about their advice? Write up a 2-page outline of the purpose of the board, and get them to review. Meet twice a year, so don't put a big burden on them. You invite them for dinner or take them out for dinner, your shout. Potentially pay them $500 a year. Like, even offer that. I'm sure they'll say no anyway, but show that you're willing to invest in them in their time, and that this is an investment that you see as worthy. And then organise regular 2 monthly phone calls individually with each of them to work through your farm ownership plan. And find other ways to give them benefit, i.e. you'll shout them on social media and promoting their businesses or whatever value you could offer. But try and think about other ways you can provide that value back to these board members. I just think this could be so impressive and open up opportunities for you and streamline your pathway to farm ownership. You would then, as part of this with these board members, you'd have some requirements in that 2-pager around what you want from them. And you are saying you want them to help find and continually think about farms are up for sale or for a transition that you should be looking at. Help spread the word that you're a Top Gun aspiring farmer and deserve an opportunity. Help refine your business plan. Help find investors, local investors or investors from elsewhere. Help find retiring farmers. Mention you at meetings that they have, and just checking in and providing advice and support ongoing. I don't think it's too much of a commitment for these advisors. I think it's a ripper. So people to target, thinking about family, friends who are good in business, think about the best business person you know in the region. Real estate agents would be very, very handy. They've got connections. Accountants know lots of wealthy people and know everyone in the town. Lawyers, again, know a lot of people. Stock agents know even more people. And even the local banker. Think about those people who have the connections and also the business now to get you onto your farm. We think this is a great idea. I don't know if anyone who has done this before would love to hear about it. I'd love to hear about it if you do this. We are here to support you and give you ideas. And farm ownership opportunities. This is the last one for this weekly update. We have 22 farms sitting on our database, ready for you to gobble them up. What more can we do than put these farms out there for you? Some of these might not be the scale you've been thinking about as a farmer, but they could be the thing you need to get onto the land and scale with that farmer. It's a ripper. I'm going to quickly skim through them because I don't think I've done that in a long time. So we've got a Tasmanian apple orchard, vendor finance. We've got a 640-acre Murrayville property on the west of Victoria. That's vendor finance or a sale as well. Mushroom farm in Gippsland. That's a really cool business. Free-range chicken lease in Tasmania within a vineyard. Organic share farming arrangement north of Melbourne. Permaculture in Dorrigo, New South Wales. A dairy ownership pathway in northeast Vic. So it's a job that can lead to ownership. Cattle leasing opportunity, so that's purely about cattle, so you need land for that one. A little bit different, but we thought it was a ripper. New South Wales, Queensland, that one is. Mushroom farm opportunity, this is an ongoing one with life cycle. You can grow mushrooms in your backyard. Walnuts and truffle farm, I believe that's in Victoria, sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head now. Cherry orchard in New South Wales. A greenfield opportunity in Tassie and Bicheno, which I've been to last week. It's a cool one. The Mantle in just outside of Melbourne, 250-hectare farm, which is having a focus on cafe as well. That's cool for a farm entrepreneur. There's a community farm called Cultivate in Queensland, Lime Tree Farm in Dimboola, Queensland, Chestnut Farm in WA, Rutherglen Intensive Aquaculture, Rare Vegetable Seed Farm west of Victoria, 100 acres in northeast Tassie, which we're crowdfunding. That was the ripper. Tropical Horticulture Farm in Northern Territory. If you're up in Northern Territory, we have another one up there as well, small beef farm, and an olive grove in Tasmania. There are more on the way. We need these farms matched so that we can keep proving this model works. And all of these could be amazing opportunities for you as an aspiring farmer in your farm ownership journey. Guys, thank you for watching. We know you can do so many other things, but you've chosen to spend time with us. We appreciate it. Reach out and let's get you farming. Thank you for your attention and for watching this video. Click here or somewhere to watch more of our videos. If you're new here, please do subscribe. We want more of your attention. We want to get you inspired to get onto your farm. Let's get you farming.